Hello, hello, and welcome, my Leo collective Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus sign. Welcome to your 7-card draw. Cast and clear. What do I need read for this full moon in Scorpio, waning to new moon in Taurus, April into May 2021 for the longest intro ever. I am your reader, Angelo, Lyons. Mal for short, professional witch, professional intuitive, president of Drawing the Circle Productions, Leo Rising, the Archangel of Lyons, Angelo Lyons, but you can call me Mal. Meow. Hi guys. Hey my Leonites, hey my fifth housers, hope you are well. Happy to be serving you today on a pretty decent schedule with clients and book stuff for Words of Grace and oh god, there's so much going on at Drawing the Circle Productions, and in case you didn't know, we started Drawing the Circle Productions May 1st, 1998, yeah. My son, my S Corporation, is going to be 23 years old on Beltane, so very, very excited about that, and we've got some cool stuff set up. Words of Grace, my constant contact, Words of Grace from a Professional Witch, my book now on Kindle, links in the description box if you want to go preview it. My Kindle editor, Dylan Martinson, is now my constant contact coordinator, which you know I'm down for alliteration any way I can get it. So May 1st, we're putting something out if you are interested. You send me an email at drawingthecircle.com and say subscribe here. You can go to the Drawing the Circle Productions website, www.drawingthecircle.com, and sign up there or whatever. And if you're interested in the Facebook stuff, the Drawing the Circle Productions Facebook page, we are monetized now, so we are doing both paid and free streaming events. I even subscribe to Zoom, right? So we're doing all of that, and I've been doing readings that way too, so that people can record it on their end, or I record it on my end and send them the link, that kind of stuff. So just been busy. Maul Flanders with her Dollhouse reads. Nancy Antonucci, she's coming out with a new video on Wednesday. Well, by the time this goes out, right? Yeah, the Wednesday right before Beltane. It's about the tarot card of the Fool. Her work is awesome. I love her. And it feels like her, Mal, and I are like three sisters from a past life. But, you know, if it was a cherry orchard and we had an Uncle Vanya, I'm out. No. Shall we? Let's get down to business. Let's talk about you. Some people are like, did he just beam me up, Chekhov? Yeah, let's talk about you. What we're doing for you here today is new. My guides are amazing. They said, okay, so for the full moon, new moon, we're going to do a little something called cast and clear. I'm like, what is that? They're like, well, full moon. When the moon rides at her peak, then ye heart's desire seek. And it is, by the way, a full moon in Scorpio, Monday, 11:32 p.m. on, April 26th, Eastern Standard Time. So we're looking a little after, what is that, Monday? Oh yeah, 11:32, sorry, 11:32 p.m. There's a little bit of a glare on my clipboard there. So, you know, and it's in Scorpio, money, sex, power, other people's resources, 8th house, mysticism, that's a lot. So when the moon rides at her peak, then ye heart's desire seek. So the first 3 decks we're going to look at, what's a 7-card draw? 1 card from 7 different decks. We're doing 2 healing systems, 2 tarot, 3 oracles, making 7. Look, I even did math for you, my Leos. So the first 3 are about what to cast for, what you need. It is a what do I need read, not saying, you know, how am I doing? Asking the divine, what do I need? Like, I don't know how I'm doing is relative, but, you know, what do I need right now in this moment? But we're doing this for a waning moon, right? The full moon on April 26th to the waning moon, waning to the new moon in Taurus. It's opposite sign on Tuesday, 3 p.m. May 11th. So this is going to include Beltane. So we'll be doing that in a waning moon, which is interesting. So we'll see. So after the first 3 cards of what to cast for, the 3 cards after that are about what you need to clear for the waning moon in tandem for what you're casting for. So you're going to put at the, when the moon rides at her peak, then ye heart's desire seek. Well, darling, you're going to put it on the line. You're going to put it out in the universe. This is what I want, right? You can make it with Scorpio, but it's on a Monday. So it's a lot of water. And so what you need to sort of let go of, we're going to do Carolyn Mace, Daughters of the Moon, Mythic Tarot, to kind of look at 8th chakra, heart, third eye crown, sacrum, root, sacrum, solar plexus stuff, what you need to be aware of there. And then we're going to clarify. So it's actually a cast, clear, and clarify read, but there's not enough room in the title space on a YouTube video. So we're going to end with the Whispers of Love Oracle Voices from the Higher Self. Cool? I guess that's about it, except what every fucking reader has to say on YouTube. All I can ask from anybody watching any of my videos but particularly the readings, is take what resonates, leave what doesn't, right? YouTube should write that into their community guidelines. Please take what resonates, leave what doesn't, check your other signs, right? So we can all stop saying that every single time, but you got to do what you got to do. And both feet on the floor if you can. Don't have to, but if you can, focus on your breath, if you will. I will do the same to get you the clarity, guidance, and grace from the divine, right? Through the pantheons of the divine that I've been working with since birth, believe it or not. It's truth. For what you need this full moon in Scorpio to new moon next in Taurus. Cool. Enough explanation, but you have to say that shit every single time. Please take a nice deep breath. Here we go. And I love this new deck, the Magical Spell cards by Lucy Cavendish, and I always say her name that way because that's how it comes out my mouth when I hear it in my head. So this is, this deck has been blessed and consecrated to the ancestors of magic, miracles, and mysticism. Let's see, breathe. It takes a second to plug into them. There's an awful lot of them. Please, the ancestors of magic, miracles, there we go, and mysticism, please. What is the spell fragment helpful, truly helpful, that the Leo Collective, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, Sun, watching this video, receiving this reading, most needs this full moon in Taurus, waning to new, full moon in Scorpio, waning to new in Taurus. Thank you for correcting me on that. Yeah, money, sex, power, you know, all that kind of stuff. What do they need to cast for? This full moon to new moon next. Lovely, the card of strength. And there's a little rhyming couplet on this one. Not all of them are rhyming couplets. Strength, stability in this hour. Endurance, stamina, I empower. Sounds hot. I'm down for that, right? Strength, stability in this hour. Endurance, stamina, I empower. Now I'm just going to say, usually a spell for that, for strength, right? It's like, oh God, give me strength. When do we ever say that when things are great? It is a waning moon. Things might be dissolving, letting go, alchemizing from lead to gold. We'll get there. So that's an interesting start, but let's move on to our second oracle. We're going to do the Crystal Oracle. Tony Carmine Salerno, the voice of Archangel Ariel, one of the three archangels of the north that I work with. There's Ariel, there's Uriel, and there's Auriel, A-U-R-I-E-L. But Archangel Ariel is my personal soul lineage. She's the Archangel of Lyons. Where do you find that out? That you were... My mom didn't know. They didn't know. My brother's name, Matthew. My older brother, Matthew. My great-grandfather is Angelo. Mark Angelo. Breathe. Like we don't care. I love you, Archangel Ariel. Hello. Please, one card in clarity for the Leo Collective, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus sign. Watching this video, receiving this reading, what's the Crystal Oracle? Either the message, maybe the stone themselves, if they have it, if they've worked with it, if they need to get it, who knows? Combination of all of that to help them ground or focus this strength spell, strength, stability in this hour, which feels like you could make a talisman, a strength talisman, you know, a piece of jewelry or something, and just be like, boop, and touch it, right? Just a little reminder, like a string around your finger. So please, what's the Crystal Oracle they need, Archangel Ariel, with that strength spell? This full moon in Taurus. Oh, it feels lovely. Waning to new. Did I say it again? I said it again. This full moon in Scorpio. Why am I doing that? Waning to new in Taurus, April, May 2021. Ooh, charoite. As I like to call it, the coochie coochie stone. Only people of a certain age are going to get that joke, and I'm okay with it. Charoite, a lovely purple and usually black stone, opaque. I had a tabular piece of it back in the 90s. I know. Oh, I opened right to it. Ooh, spooky. Your keywords are acceptance, generosity, clarity, and inner vision. So look, the acceptance and the generosity, that feels very third eye and throat. The clarity and inner vision, that's definitely third eye. Charoite is a highly spiritual crystal that helps awaken higher wisdom. So yeah, upper chakras. You are being asked to accept the current events and bring your focus within. Okay. All will become clear through meditation. This is a time for reflection and contemplation. A time to allow your inner wisdom to guide you. You will realize that there is nothing you need to change, and that all is as it should be. Now already people are like, not my read, but I'll tell you something. We have been through so much as a global people this past year and bunch of months, right? That it's easy to be frustrated. It's easy for the nervous system to become so inflamed and to be exhausted, hence this strength. Right? When you see it from the soul's perspective, the higher self's perspective, from the divine's perspective, however you want to fill in that blank, you learn a lot. You see a lot. You're like, oh, it couldn't have happened any other way. This is actually making me better, but it sucks. Just like I'm sure a piece of iron feels like when it's being tempered. Yeah, go watch a YouTube video. Just put in the search and search bar, whatever the fuck that thing's called. They change it every now and again, right? Tempering iron or tempering metal. I subscribe to a bunch of like renovations things, awesome renovations. Oh, he's got tattoos. I don't want to go there. I'm sure he's married, and I believe he's in Scandinavia somewhere. Blessed be, he's great. Yeah, follow me on Facebook. I post all sorts of cool shit, both in the group and on my page. So yeah, seeing this from a much larger place, right? Getting that, okay, I've been through hell. I need strength, but there is a larger process. You haven't done anything wrong. This is just the way shit's playing out. You will realize that there is nothing you need to change, and that all is as it should be. Trust! Exclamation point. Even though the current flow of events is confusing, there is a divine order to the madness. And ain't that true? That's the paradox. Chaos is divine order. The divine speaks in paradox. And you know why that is? Because the divine doesn't care about human reason. Human reasons are creation. That's what they really mean when you say you create your own reality. What's the story you got going on this, right? You do not see the whole picture. So in this moment, you have thoughts and ideas and conditioning and attitudes and past life, blah, 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 that you're seeing through a lens darkly. Oh my God, they just gave me New Testament? Really? It is only through love and acceptance that the divine order can be seen. You will be touched by someone's generosity in the next few days. I really like that. And it feels like the strong one here is clarity and inner vision with acceptance. Those really seem to be the connective words there with this card of strength. But being touched by someone's generosity as well can absolutely bring you to that place of, oh my God, I couldn't have gotten here unless, you know what I mean. That's very waning moon, but this is a good thing to cast for. Strength with charoite. It's almost like saying not just spiritual strength, but that strength of resolution within yourself, saying this couldn't have happened any other way. There's nothing wrong. Nothing here I need to change right now at this second for this. But like I said, the next 3 cards after this one, we'll see. So you got strength and charoite. Now we're going to do the Healing Mantra deck by Matt Kahn. So let's say you cast the spell for strength with a piece of charoite. Now look. Can be expensive, charoite, depending on the setting. I mean, I don't know, I've never seen it sold raw. Now that I think of it, I've always seen it set in jewelry. But you could use an amethyst. Look, what do you need? What do you got? I'm from New York. You can do magic with a paper clip. So this would be the mantra perhaps that you do to kind of support it throughout the remaining after full moon, right? The waning moon. Please take a nice deep breath. Both feet on the floor, mark. Yeah, okay, my Ascended Masters General Assembly. I hear you. 1 card in clarity for the Leo Collective Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus sign. Watching this video, receiving this reading, they've got strength and charoite, that acceptance, that clarity, that inner vision, seeing that there is. They may not see the whole divine plan, but they might say, oh, there is order in this some way, shape, or form I did not see previously. So what is the perfect healing mantra for the Leos to support that? This full moon in Scorpio, waning to new in Taurus, April, May 2021. Rewriting the subconscious. The more I embrace feeling good, the less often I will feel bad. This is a good one. This is really like, this is sort of like getting into the vortex. It's a little Abraham Hicksy. But I love the way that Matt Kahn, he's not really a YouTuber, he's a spiritual teacher with a YouTube channel that's actually rather huge, and Hay House author, right? Spiritual teacher, healer, Hay House author. I think he's genius. So I'm going to read from the Bookie book, but I'm going to say I've had these since December 2 years ago when they first came out. Been really helpful for me. So that's why I can look at the card and tell you what the mantra is, because I think I've done them all consistently at this point. The more I embrace feeling good, the less often I will feel bad. I'll tell you right now, Leo, there's a mnemonic device in there. It's more and less good and bad. The more I feel good, the less often I will feel bad, because you are rewriting the subconscious mind. This is a big deal. This is, and you know, I have to say, they're just popping it into my head. Leo is 5th house. It's pleasure. It is about feeling good. Rewriting the subconscious. The more often I feel good, the less often I will feel bad. When the subconscious is rewritten, you are able to feel good on a regular basis, regardless of the way life unfolds. You know, Leo is ruled by the sun, and the sun is a star. Yes, we're all in agreement, right? No one's changed that in the past 15 minutes. Okay. Well, what does a star do? Does it run all over the solar system looking for planets to heat up or incinerate? No, it's stationary, kind of, sort of. It is in an orbit around the great central sun, but that's a whole other thing. We're talking metaphor, not we're talking symbolism, not astronomy. But if you think about it, its gravitational pull attracts to it everything it needs. And what does it do? What's its job? It shines, right? Leo, when the subconscious is rewritten, you are able to feel good on a regular basis, regardless of the way life unfolds, regardless of what the fuck is in your orbit, right? In rewriting the subconscious, you reverse the gravitational pull of conditioning, which is everything that was written in your DNA and everything that you absorbed since you popped out the womb, right? The social conditioning, the family conditioning, even that past life stuff. You reverse the gravitational pull of conditioning to become more familiar with the virtues of goodness. Now, goodness, not like, oh, goodness, but as goodness becomes more known, the opposite vibration of negativity can become a less frequent visitor in your reality. So this isn't about being good. Being good, Carl Jung, I would rather be whole, W-H-O-L-E, than good. I'd rather be in the band Whole than good, although Whole's... I was listening to Celebrity Scan, the album, this morning. That's how I get ready to do these reads. Such a good album. So, you know, a less frequent visitor to your reality. So it's like, no, this feels good in this moment. This feels good, right? Rampage of appreciation kind of stuff. But don't use this mantra to bypass the painful, uncomfortable emotions either, because it even says here, as goodness becomes more known, the opposite vibration of negativity can become a less frequent visitor in your reality. Not that, oh, I'll never feel bad again. That's a lie. And the idea that if you're having a bad day in your opinion, that it's just going to wreck everything in your life according to universal law, that's the spiritual ego's version of law of attraction. It's not true. It's not true. It's all part of the divine plan. This mantra is ideal for relieving guilt. I blew up my vision board because I farted in the wrong key. Releasing shame. Something wrong with me. That guilt is I did something wrong. Shame is I am wrong. Work, right? Like the, right? Light bulb. And finding joy in new beginnings. New moon. I'm so good. Well, they are so good. I just do what they tell me. Servant of the gods, slave to none. Let's see. Now we've got the cast on the table. Let's look at the clear. Yay, the Carolyn Mace archetype cards. Click off and run. I love these. What is the dominant archetype, right? Because it is a waning moon, led to gold, shadow to light. There is a releasing process there. Please take a nice deep breath. Oh, my collective pantheons of angels, archangels, goddesses, gods, ascended masters, and the higher self, the ancestors of magic, miracles, and mysticism, and the higher selves of all involved. Please, all of you, what is the dominant archetype in play within this Leo collective sun, moon, rising, Venus sign watching this video, receiving this reading's orbit? Whether it's their archetype, whether it's somebody else, whether it's situation, usually we're finding this is holographic. It's in all of that, right? It's in them, it's being mirrored in somebody else, and the situation is moving them forward from lead to gold, shadow to light, toxic to healthy. What is that dominant archetype that they need to clear so that this strength spell with Charoite and rewriting the subconscious, feeling good, better than feeling not so good, this full moon in Scorpio, waning to new in Taurus. Yeah, what did I just say before? Servant of the gods, slave to none. You got the slave archetype. I was like, ooh, now we need to talk about this. The slave archetype is ancient. I mean, really ancient. New Testament? How far back you want to fucking go, right? But the archetype, still alive on planet Earth. But people go so literal with it that it turns them off. Let's just say the potential to become a master is often through going through the archetype of the slave. Now, this is supposed to be triggering because it's hard, but Jesus had the slave archetype. Buddha had the slave archetype. Abraham, Old Testament, had the slave archetype, right? Gandhi, did I say Gandhi? Oh, twice I might have, because I like him, at least what he taught. So, you know, that they were a slave to a higher power. So the shadow attribute, what's being alchemized here, the lead, and there is no alchemy without lead. There's no healing without disease or illness. The shadow attribute, giving your willpower to an external authority out of fear of making your own choices. Now, let's be clear. I'm a Virgo. I'm pretty good at sussing out the data, but sometimes we don't know. That's different. It's like going outside, going out in public this past year, right? It's like, yeah, you're sort of giving your energy to an external authority, like in order to keep your health and protect the people in your life. You know exactly what I'm talking about, right? So that's not this. This is giving your willpower to an external authority out of fear of making your own choices. So this is a throat chakra thing, and the sacred truth of the throat chakra, according to Carolyn Mason, Anatomy of the Spirit, is surrender your will to the divine. So guess what the light attribute is? Surrendering your power of choice to the divine with complete trust. You know, even with spell casting, it's called casting, not spell choke the fuck out of it. Right, it's what you release returns to not like how often are you checking the spell? Don't tell people your spell work for at least 24 to 48 hours. Let that fucker bake. I've been teaching witchcraft for so long. I've been teaching spellcraft for so long, right? Don't hand your bubble to bubble poppers while it's still in those initial stages. It's about saying, I let go. You show me. And surrender in this way is not passive. Every morning, I surrender myself to the divine. You show me, use me, speak every word, do every video, do every conversation, manifest every outcome in alignment with my soul's high wisdom and reality, and use whatever you need to use in me to do it, so motivate, right? Like, that simple. So it is not an abdication, but an invitation to be used by the divine. You show me, speak through me. Show me what you would have me do, where you would have me go, what you would have me say to him. And you know where that's from Course in Miracles, but you know where else it is? In my book, Words of Grace, in like the opening chapters. Slave archetype. Now this could be you're dealing with somebody else too, right? You're dealing with somebody who has hemorrhaged their willpower, right? To an external authority. Sorry, I grabbed the wrong deck. Let's get us some tarot narrative, right? So these three, it's not that they stand alone, it's all holographic, but holographic. Boogie, oogie, oogie. But now let's do the second of the clear, right? What do you need to be aware of? Daughters of the moon, inside of yourself that needs to be cleared, let go of, released, alchemized, in tandem in some way with the slave archetype. Breathe. My goddesses of fire. And the sign of Leo, fixed fire. One card in clarity for the Leo collective, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus sign watching this video, receiving this reading. What is this about on the inside, please? What do they need to be aware of? Heart, third eye, crown. If we see the slave and the crown in the 8th chakra hovering above them, and probably could be other people involved, but I'm not seeing this as a soul contract with another being just yet, but maybe it is. Please, what do they need to be aware of inside of themselves so this strength spell with Charoite and rewriting the subconscious can help alchemize that slave archetype, this full moon in Scorpio, waning to new in Taurus, Hanged Man. Seeing it differently. Heart, third eye, crown, surrendering. It's surrendering your will to the divine, really. I mean, Odin. Let's go Norse for a moment. Yeah, that hot Viking guy with the tats and the sand blaster just put out a new video today. Can't wait to watch it. He's so hot. He's so cute. Meh. Plucked out his eye. Hung himself upside down on the world tree. Yggdrasil. Well, it's a little Celtic for Norse. Celtic pronunciation for Yggdrasil, the world tree. It's even in the Thor movies, right? So hanging upside down to that, what did he receive in return for his sacrifice? Plucked out an eye, right? See this differently. Turn upside down. See it differently. Well, he got the runes and a whole bunch of other stuff. Read the myth. So this is that. This is that. I surrender my will to the divine, so you're there. I don't think I need to go much more into that for a general read, but what does this look like on the outside? Using the mythic tarot, either from the outside looking in, how you appear, or some aspect of the physical part of this. But either way, it's going to be about root, sacrum, solar plexus. Please take a nice deep breath. Yes, 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 indeed, my gods of fire, and the sign of Leo. One card in clarity for the Leo collective, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus sign. Watching this video, receiving this reading, really. What do they need to be aware of outside of themselves? Either how they appear from the outside looking in, maybe some aspect of the physical that may help somebody maybe on the fence. Is this my reading? Is it not? Just something. Some touchstone, some clarity, some synchronicity. Some aspect of the physical here with the strength spell and Charoite, and rewriting the subconscious is what they need to cast for. Alchemizing the slave with the hanged man reversal in this deck. Seeing it differently, heart, third eye, crown with Charoite. Oh, right, see it differently. Surrender your point of view, right? There's nothing you need to fix. It's all in the divine order. What does this look like from the outside then? This full moon in Scorpio. Waning to new. In Taurus, the lovers. Now, the lovers does not immediately mean, it's a choice. It's the judgment of Paris. No, I don't mean the city. I mean the Greek hero. He was hero. Paris had to choose between Hera, Athena, and Aphrodite, who to give the golden apple to. Now, the golden apple was thrown into the wedding of Harmonia and Cadmus by the goddess Eris, the goddess of discord, who didn't get invited to the wedding, because who invites discord to a wedding, right? And it was Harmonia's wedding, essentially her polar opposite. And they threw it in, and Zeus, they said, Zeus, you choose. It goes, oh, no, find me the fairest man on planet Earth. And they got Paris to do it. Life-changing decision. Power, Hera, wisdom, Athena, and Aphrodite love. Love, power, and wisdom. This is about a life-changing decision in your outside world that you have to bring together. The wisdom of Athena. Oh my God, I sound like... it sounds like the introduction to the old Wonder Woman. Wisdom of Athena. Love of Aphrodite, the beauty of Aphrodite. And the power of Hera. Throat chakra, willpower. Big decision. This is very third chakra for you. Very third chakra for you. So whether this involves another person or not, I don't know. But that's why we have the last deck. The Whispers of Love Oracle is such a party turner. That's why I've been putting it at the end, right? And now, right, it's like, what do we got behind? Well, I guess door number 7. The voices of the higher selves. Now, to me, the higher selves, like all of the celestials, and they see bigger than we do. But the higher self has your personal story in mind, in particular, because it's essentially you. Breathe. Yeah, the higher selves are all involved. 5th dimension and above 8th chakra and above. Look, I don't know if I'm in this reading, but I have dealt with a shit ton of slave archetypes in my life, particularly in romantic relationships. I really love you, but I can't. I'm like, free yourself and find me later down the road of the hero's journey, because I busted my chains. I'm a servant, not a slave. Servant has a choice. So please, the higher selves of all involved. What is a piece of inspiration, information, or insight you have for the Leo collective, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus sign watching this video? Receiving this reading that needs to cast for strength with Charoite, rewriting the subconscious, feeling good better than feeling bad, clearing the shadow of the slave archetype, seeing it differently, heart, third eye, crown, surrender, Dorothy on the inner, the lovers on the outer. We've got our cast, we've got our clear. Now please clarify for them, maybe even us, this full moon in Scorpio, waning to new in Taurus, April, May 2020. Appreciate this moment. Appreciate this moment. Each and every situation has an opportunity to grow and find love. F-I-N-D. Find love. Now, it is the Whispers of Love Oracle. Practically every card has the word love on it, so we're not just going to attach that immediately to the lovers and go, oh, I found love. Maybe. But putting this all together, what you're casting for is strength. Strength, stability in this hour, endurance, stamina, I empower. Why? Because there is a major decision in front of you from the outside looking in, and a circumstance in your life that you have to see differently by doing what? Surrendering your power of choice to the divine with complete trust. And this Charoite's going to help you see it from that higher perspective, that clarity, and you're going to get nobody's done anything wrong. And there is some generosity coming in. Maybe that has something to do with this. So for you to rewrite your subconscious, right? Look, I know. I get hit on. I do, online. I'm like, I'm not, no, until you can show me your medical records. You know what I mean, right? No, and if I've known you for a couple of decades, yeah, come over, hang out, we'll see what happens. But, that aside, it's like, right? You might have some stuff written in the subconscious if this is romantic sexual. It's like, I'm there. I'm like, oh, no. No princes, no knights, just kings. Thank you very much. I'm not talking tarot, right? Thank you very much. A king to my queen, a queen to my king, a hero to the prince, to wear true love's ring. My husband, my wife, of true love will sing. Find him, bind him, and to my side bring. Just saying. Spellcaster. So rewriting the subconscious, right? The more you embrace feeling good, the more often, the less often you will feel bad. So that's why I appreciate this moment. Each and every situation has an opportunity to grow and find love by staying in the present moment, right? And seeing it from this higher place. Let me put it all together in the blessing for you. Please take a nice deep breath. On the floor. My Pantheons of the Divine. What a huge holographic and very clear read, though a general one for sure. Please, may the Leo Collective, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus signs watching this video, receiving this reading, maybe doing this reading, may we be blessed with all that we need this full moon in Scorpio, waning to new in Taurus, that we may rewrite the subconscious, getting that the more we embrace feeling good, the less often we will feel bad as we appreciate this moment. Each and every situation has an opportunity to grow and find love. So we need to surrender our will to our higher power, to the divine, with complete trust. And that is not done all at once, by the way. In terms of this life-changing decision, this is not, should I have another cup of coffee? This is, do I fall in love with this person? Not jumping off the cliff, if it is that, but in some way, shape, or form, how my head says no, my head says yes, my heart says no, vice versa. What is the throat chakra going to do? What is it going to say? What is it going to choose? Well, you're going to surrender that to the divine will with the Hanged Man reversal. Let them be able to do that. Give them the grace to do that. Give them the strength to do that. Strength, stability in this hour, endurance, stamina, so they are empowered with that Charoite, that clarity, that inner vision, that generosity that comes to them, and the real understanding is that they can't screw up the divine plan no matter what they do, even what they see as screw-ups in the divine plan. Theirs, other people's histories, humanities. It's written. Help us see that it's in there like Prego. And may we all be blessed. The Leo Collective, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus signs, that we may heal, may grow, become the best that we can be, find that strength, and make the most loving, wise, empowered decisions we can to what visits us. As like the star, we hold our space, and our gravitational pull draws in all that we need for our well-being and for the well-being of all. So may it be. And so it is. Wow, that was a long-ass prayer, but that was a really, really good read. I like this one. I like this for us. This is the first of what I call the gamut, because I'm Leo rising, Virgo sun, Venus and Libra, so let me get through these, and I have a nice break until my Pisces moon. So thank you so much for watching. Go read my book, comment, subscribe, all the YouTubey things. You want more? There's more coming. There's a whole crap ton more coming, and not just from me, from other people in my circle that I'm drawing together with Spirit. And we have a constant contact thing going on soon, so if you're interested, drop me an email, or you can certainly jump on the Angelo Lyons Mail for short private Facebook group. Private but findable. Cool. Otherwise, wishing you all the very, very best and the very, very blessed of this full moon in Scorpio, waning to new moon in Taurus, April into May 2021, my beloved Leos. Farewell and blessed, blessed be.